Hey guys, so I wanted to hop on here because I've been reading an amazing book that I absolutely love, and it talks about your gut health. And so I wanted to share this information with you. If you didn't know, 70 to 80% of your immune system lives in your gut. So if you have any type of gut imbalance, then you need to be supporting your gut. And I wanted to read some statistics because a lot of people don't realize how much your gut plays in overall health altogether. So more than a third of depression sufferers have leaky gut. Now, leaky gut is when the permeability of your intestinal wall has holes in it that are large enough that will leak toxins and bacteria into your bloodstream, making you feel sick. And so a lot of people don't even know that they have this. But that is, something that if you take care of your gut health can help people that suffer from depression and anxiety, have, the blues and stuff like that. Research has also shown that obesity and diabetes have been linked to instability of the gut microbiome. Now, if you're not familiar with the term microbiome, that's basically our microbes that are all over our skin that protect us, the bacteria that you find on our skin, in our gut, in our body, and everything. That is our microbiome. Our microbiome is actually passed to us when when you give birth. That bacteria is passed through the vaginal cavity to a baby. So that's one reason why, it's super important to try to have a vaginal birth. Not everybody is able to do that. So don't feel guilty about that, but that is something that you pass to your baby. And so that is one thing that's very, very beneficial. Bad bacteria feeds off of sugar. So if you have a very high diet that's in sweets and starches that turn into sugars and stuff like that, then you are feeding that bad bacteria, and it can become an overgrowth and take over that good gut bacteria. And we're talking about candida, which is yeast. That's a bacteria. You don't want an overabundance of that. It can make you feel bad. It can make you have brain fog. That is what gives you sugar cravings. And is that overabundance of bad bacteria. So balance that out, and then it helps you to not have those sugar cravings. Rheumatoid arthritis has been found to be linked to low levels of certain bacteria, of certain good bacteria, and then really high levels of unhealthy. It's a certain bacteria. It's called Prevotella capri bacteria. And so they have actually found that that among people that have rheumatoid arthritis, they have very, very low levels of good bacteria and really high level of that specific bad bacteria. And then people with Crohn's have abnormally high levels of certain bad bacteria strains. And so that is something else that if you look at the gut health, that you can help those people that have those types of diseases, or not necessarily diseases, but conditions that haven't always been, that can be corrected. And then IBS is also a link, or has been linked to an overgrowth of bacteria in the small intestines. And so what I wanted to point out, sweets feed unhealthy bacteria. So that's one thing. Reduce your sugar intake, especially processed foods, packaged foods. So sugar intake of fruit that come from fruits and vegetables is okay, but you should be eating way more vegetables than your fruits. Also, wine and beer alters your bacteria balance. So just so you know this, fiber serves as food for good bacteria. So make sure you're getting enough fiber in your diet. That means eating the skins of fruits and vegetables, because a lot of the fiber is in the skins of the fruits and vegetables, but getting enough fruits and vegetables as well in your diet. A lot of people, whenever I ask them how much vegetables they eat in a day, they can barely even list one vegetable a day. So the majority of people are not eating what they should be. Antibiotics not only kill bad bacteria, but they kill your good bacteria as well. So if you've taken antibiotics, you need to be doing more than just taking probiotics. You need to be taking more than just what the recommended dosage is in the bottle, because those bottles that you buy or probiotics that you buy recommends taking 1 capsule a day. That's for somebody that already has a balanced, healthy gut. So you have to work your way up to taking more. And get that overabundance of good bacteria back. And then if you're drinking chlorinated water, chlorine kills bacteria, kills your good bacteria. So again, you need to make sure that you're drinking filtered water. We have a whole house filtration system on our home, so we can drink from our sinks and stuff like that. We have no chlorine coming in on our shower. So feel free to ask me about that if you're looking at ways of cutting down on chlorine. And antibacterial soaps and antibacterial hand sanitizers kill your healthy microbes that are found on your skin. So if you wash your hands, I actually make my own hand soap. I actually did some with the Dr. Bronner soap. I just made some up, and I can show you guys how to do that too. But you don't want to be using antibacterial because you're killing your good, healthy microbiomes, and we need those. So you want to keep that on your skin. Even after you wash your face, those microbes are still on your face. That's good, healthy microbes that you need to be able to have a good, healthy immune system. So what do? So let's talk really quickly about probiotics. People get really, really confused about which ones to do. You want your probiotics to have multiple different strains of bacteria. Definitely more than 4 strains of bacteria. A lot of people say, oh, I eat yogurt. Well, a lot of times yogurt has 1 strain of bacteria, and that is it. And so there's not many yogurts. And then you also have to deal with yogurts are really high in sugars if you're not looking at the amount of sugar, grams of sugar that's in yogurt. And then you're also dealing with food coloring that's in it and all that kind of stuff. So yogurt's not my go-to. If you're buying a probiotic like a capsule or a powder, you want to make sure that it has above 40 billion live cultures in it, and you want to make sure that you have multiple strains of bacteria. I'm looking for more than 7 strains of bacteria. Now, I will tell you, Young Living does have a really good probiotic, and it's very cost effective as compared to other brands. So it is really good. It is what I used to use. Now what we're doing is water kefir. I make it myself. It is not hard. And I'm going to do a video in just a couple days when it's time for me to change out and do a new starter. I'm going to show you guys how easy it is and how cost effective it is for you. Water kefir can produce up to, I'm sorry, my kids are getting crazy. Water kefir can produce up to 30 to 40 different strains of bacteria, and you have in the trillions of gut bacteria or live cultures that are in it. And it only cost me $20 one time to make it, to get my grains, to make it. So that's a one-time purchase that those grains continually I can keep reusing. So that is what we use in our home. So I'll do a video to show you guys that. I hope you guys got a lot of great information about this. If you suffer from any of those conditions or any kind of skin conditions, any kind of symptoms or anything, diarrhea, constipation, you're not having a minimum of one good bowel movement a day. And by good bowel movement, I mean, we're going to have to talk about poop. If you have kids, you do it all the time. A good, healthy bowel movement is going to be soft and snake-like. Okay, so you're not talking rabbit pellets. You're not talking very thin like a pencil. Shouldn't be that thin. You're not talking diarrhea. It shouldn't be super hard. Shouldn't come out in clumps, and shouldn't have pieces of food that's not broken down. So I said there should be 2 supplements that you take. Probiotics, number 1, if you're looking to improve your health in any way, probiotics need to be added to your daily regimen, and that should be for a lifetime. You use probiotics. Number 2 is going to be enzymes. Because the food is not what our grandparents and great-grandparents ate, it is hard for our bodies to break down and process these foods. Therefore, we can have unprocessed foods sitting in our stomach. We have slow motility and food's not getting broken down, so we're not getting the nutrients and minerals to help our hair and our skin and our nails and all of that kind of stuff to get what we need. We're not getting the vitamins. And so enzymes, you need to take those with every meal, every large meal that you eat to help break down your food. It's super important. It has helped me tremendously. If you have any indigestion, any acid reflux, any bloating, if your tummy feels really hard, any of that stuff, enzymes are going to help you, and probiotics are going to help you. So that was my second supplement, that if you had to take anything at all, if you're not sure where to start, probiotics and enzymes are where you should start. So you guys have a great night. I hope that y'all enjoyed this and you got a lot of great information.